Njoku Jude Njoku, Aloy Ejiamakor, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings' effort to spin narrative. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings, Aloy Ejiamakor, Ben's Farm, among others, are members of the group referred to as Glory Hunters. For context, the name is relatively new and attributed to the recent gaffe in the duplicitous activity or, if you like, double agent assignment of these people. As with every double agent, the goal will initially be sparked by greed and pecuniary gains, before it will evolve to a blackmail from the recruiting agency to ensure your loyalty. So, from the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu abduction in Kenya till now, any keen observer will notice the collaborative pattern between the glory hunters. The irreducible goal of the pattern remains the undoing of IPOB. Retrospectively, the members of the group stood on the fringe, feigning ignorance like bystanders, as their recruited proxies went hard at work, enmeshing in one crime after another day by day. As sleeper cells, the orders then was to subtly make accusatory comments, blemish of the IPOB DOS, while craftily and masterly making criminal agent provocateur IPOB scion. In hindsight, one can see the uncanny connection between the tweet made by Kanunta and Aloy Ejiamakor, alluding to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being on the mountain praying as he was kidnapped, starved, and tortured, using biblical chronology of 40 days and nights fasting of Jesus Christ as a catalog. It must be a coincidence, and perhaps not a coordination, as it undermined the proactivity of IPOB DOS. Surely, in that moment of confusion, we were paranoia, just overthinking things. Then, boom. Serially, they objected to an effective sit-at-home from IPOB DOS. That was exactly what a Nigerian government would want, and what they wanted. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings and his special counsel wanted the same thing as Nigerian government that kidnapped their brother and client. What Chukwuabiyama cannot do does not exist. Two reasons were given for this obnoxious decision. The first was that NICO exam was sacrosanct, and the second was the assurances from Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court governor, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would be released. Then came the inorganic conflict of interest of engaging in contract scam with a government prosecuting your client. It was a calculated error intended to expose you to a cheap blackmail. They cannot help their greed. Once Nigerian government presents such Trojan horse, they jump at it knowing the implication. They allowed their greed get a better part of them. Once that happened, they became tools. At first, they wanted fringe action. Since the proxies failed, the Nigerian government is now blackmailing them into direct actions. Hence, they are engaging in actions that are elephant projects capable of sowing discord and appearing as if actions are taken to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The truth is that just like the promise of Hope Uzodinma, the glory hunters knew that Say and his father would not honor their promise, but they impersonated IPOB leadership because the longer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stays in solitary confinement, the more money they make through deception of donors, contract scam, etc. This last court appearance in the Court of Justice Omotosho has shown that Nigerian government has got nothing on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu due to procedural errors and international crime of extraordinary rendition. There is something off with their recent diversionary activity of issuance of statements from DSS office as Emma Powerful. Believe it or not, the Nigerian government is panicking and has mounted pressure on them to initiate another cycle of blame like they did on the eve, during and after the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A Nigerian government that refuses to obey her appeal court order of discharge and acquitted, unarguably, would blame the defense team. Surprisingly, the glory hunters want the same thing as the Nigerian government. It must be a coincidence that every time the glory hunters would end up as strange bedfellows with Nigerian government. Shockingly, just as Vanguard newspaper published their sensation, it just happened that Family Writers Press International caught them impersonating a British member of parliament. As expected, the glory hunters did what a true double agent would do. double down on attack. This singular act has called to question every press statement they have issued from the DSS and every message they claim to have come from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is obvious that obeying any order purportedly claimed to have come from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from inside the DSS through this brood of vipers will be betraying the IPOB leader. Surely Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would shout at the leadership asking, "Do you not know what I can say?" Family Writers Press International.